Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to CC Productions. The NFL is already back to torturing us again by making us watch the Chicago Bears in primetime. That's right, Thursday Night Football, the Chicago Bears travel to Washington to take on the Commanders in what we can expect to be an absolute snoozer of a football game. That being said, there's still money to be made. So let's take a deep dive into this game, figure out some picks to make this Thursday night less miserable. So starting with the lines, Commanders -7. Touchdown favorites is crazy. Goes to show how their 2023s are going. Over under set at 44.5. Bears +235. Commanders -290. So Vegas definitely looks like they're riding with the Commanders on this game. Some betting trends for you. Believe it or not, the Chicago Bears against the spread have not covered yet. Who would have thought? Bears 0-3-1 against the spread. Commanders 50%, 2-2 on the year, so nothing to show there. Bears, however, 4-0 over/under-wise, 4 overs, no unders. So it's always electric football whether they're getting scored on by a ton or their offense decides to actually work for once like it did last week. Commanders, once again, pretty average. 2 overs, 2 unders. Nothing crazy to note there. Just another fun fact. I'm sure all of you have suppressed this in the back of your mind and forgot about this game, but these teams did play last year. Thursday Night Football, so same situation here. Rematch of that game, and last year it ended 12-7 in an absolute riveting ball game that came right down to the wire. So I know you probably tried to forget it, but bring it back up before you start looking into that over-under or something. Some key injuries for the Bears. Nothing too crazy to speak about here. Some guys down in the secondary. Jalen Johnson, Eddie Jackson will be out for this game. That's not great. We're already missing Kyler Gordon, the corner. So a lot of guys down this far already for the Bears in the secondary. For the Commanders, as of Tuesday, Jahan Dotson and Curtis Samuel, both questionable. So those are two key things to look out there. Those are two of their top receivers there for Sam Howell. Might not be playing this Thursday. Always something you got to take into account when you're talking about Thursday Night Football on that short week. So no need to waste any more time with this. Let's get right into a spread pick. And even though this spread isn't the most enticing as it is already at +7, not even like 6.5, anything like that, so a touchdown is a push, I'm taking the Commanders. The Chicago Bears are on my ban list this year because I'm a fan, as you can see, and I decided it'd be a good idea to bet on them early in the year, and it just hurts me every single time. So they're on my ban list, but even still, it's the best bet. The Bears have looked like absolute garbage this far. Their offense only got going last week because they played the Broncos, who might have the worst defense in the NFL. Aside from that, we have a defensive head coach who can't run a defense. Justin Fields hasn't taken the step we need him to. Can't move the ball on offense. Offensive coordinator is absolutely terrible. Luke Getsy has no idea what he's doing, and the defense is just all a mess. Can't get a pass rush. Before last week, we had like 1 sack in the whole year, and it was tied with like 53 other individual players. The Bears suck. I could go on a whole rant about it. We could have a whole video, but we're not going to do that right now. I actually already posted one of those. So Sam Howell is going to lead those guys there with that ridiculous front seven with guys like Chase Young, Montez Sweat, Daron Payne. Ridiculous defensive line for them. They're going to kill the Bears on the offensive line all day. Lastly, the over-under. I will actually take the over in this. I know it's not super enticing because it's a Thursday night game and it should be really gross, but I think both these teams, as you can see, the Commanders have been in a lot of high-scoring games. Eric Bieniemy is great as an OC thus far for the Washington Commanders. He's got them rolling. I think the Bears maybe take a little bit of that momentum, roll it into next week, and have their offense not be as incompetent as it usually is. And I'll take the over in this, as I think this is one of those games kind of ends up being either a shootout where the Commanders are up the entire time and the Bears just, kind of respond back with some points here and there, or this is a blowout and the Commanders put up 45 themselves, which I could see happening because of how bad the Bears are. So that is why the over is a safer play. Let me know who you're taking in the comments. Let me know if you're fading or tailing my picks. One way or another, I'm not looking forward to this game, so I will see you next time.